Attention all Social Security recipients. There's a major update you need to hear about right now. The Social Security Administration just released a new payment schedule that could change when your January 10th payment arrives. If you rely on these benefits to cover bills, groceries, or daily expenses, this update isn't something you want to miss. Understanding exactly how and when your payment will hit your account can save you from unnecessary stress and confusion. In this video, we'll break down what the new schedule means for you, explain how the changes could affect your January benefits, and share the best ways to verify your payment status so you're never left guessing. Whether you're receiving retirement benefits, SSDI, or SSI, staying informed about these updates helps you plan your month with confidence and avoid any surprises. So if you want to make sure your Social Security payment arrives on time and you know what to expect going forward, this video is a must-watch. Don't wait until you see a delay or a missed payment. Get the facts now. If this information helps you feel more secure about your benefits, please take a moment to like this video. It helps others find accurate, trustworthy updates too, and supports the channel to keep bringing you clear Social Security news every month. Let's dive in and get you prepared for what's coming next. If you've just heard the news that Social Security payments might be changing starting January 10th, you're probably feeling a mix of concern and curiosity, and that's completely normal. These monthly payments are a vital lifeline for millions of Americans, and any change in schedule can affect how you plan your bills, your groceries, and your day-to-day expenses. But before you start worrying about missed payments or unexpected delays, it's important to understand exactly what the Social Security Administration has officially announced, how it affects you, and what steps you can take to stay in control of your benefits. The good news is that while the SSA has introduced a new payment schedule starting January 10th, it's not a sudden disruption or a sign of trouble. It's actually a carefully planned update designed to improve the system's reliability and ensure payments are distributed efficiently across millions of beneficiaries. This video will break down what the new schedule looks like, who it impacts, and how you can verify your payment details so you don't miss a single dollar. Let's start by explaining the basics. Social Security payments are typically based on your birth date, which determines which day of the month you receive your benefit if you're in the retirement or disability program. This system has been in place for years to help spread out the processing load and reduce errors or delays. Starting January 10th, the SSA is adjusting some of those payment days, especially for certain groups like retirees, SSDI recipients, and SSI beneficiaries. If you're wondering why this change is happening now, the answer lies in the agency's commitment to adapting to new challenges, like increasing digital payments, evolving banking processes, and the need for faster verification to prevent fraud. The SSA constantly reviews how it delivers payments to millions of people, and these updates help ensure your money arrives on time and safely. For many seniors and disabled individuals, knowing exactly when your payment will hit your account is more than just a convenience. It's essential for managing rent, utilities, medications, and daily living costs. That's why it's so important to understand these new dates and what they mean for you personally. Here's what the new January schedule looks like in simple terms. The payments for retirees and SSDI recipients will now follow a slightly different Wednesday-based cycle than before. If your birthday falls between the 1st and 10th of the month, your payment will arrive on the second Wednesday, which this year is January 10. For birthdays between the 11th and 20th, the payment is scheduled for the third Wednesday, January 17. And for those born between the 21st and 31st, payments will be made on the fourth Wednesday, January 24. This adjustment means that some beneficiaries who might have previously seen payments earlier or later will now have their deposits on these specific Wednesdays. It helps spread out payment processing evenly throughout the month and reduces the risk of banking system bottlenecks, especially during busy times like the start of the year. For Supplemental Security Income, SSI recipients, the schedule is a little different. SSI payments are generally made on the first of the month, but when the first falls on a weekend or holiday, the payment is moved to the last business day before that date. In January 2026, the first falls on a Thursday, so SSI payments should arrive on January 1st itself. This consistency helps ensure those who depend on SSI get their funds right at the start of the month to cover essential expenses. If you're someone who receives both Social Security retirement or disability benefits and SSI, you might notice your payment follows the SSI schedule, meaning an earlier deposit to the first or the business day before. This coordination helps avoid confusion and keeps your finances predictable. It's normal to feel a little anxious about changes like this, especially when payment timing directly affects your financial stability. But the SSA wants to reassure everyone that there is no reduction or cut in benefits. The total amounts you receive will not change because of this new schedule. It's purely an administrative update to improve payment distribution. One important tip for everyone is to regularly check your My Social Security account on the SSA's official website. This online portal is the most secure and reliable way to track your payment status, see upcoming payment dates, and update your personal information. If you haven't set up your account yet, it's quick and free, and it gives you peace of mind knowing exactly when your benefits will arrive. Now let's talk about what happens if you don't see your payment on the expected day. Sometimes banks take time to process deposits, especially if the payment is scheduled for a Wednesday. It might take a few hours or even until the next business day to reflect in your account. Holidays and weekends can also affect processing times. The SSA recommends waiting at least 3 business days after the scheduled payment date before raising any concerns or contacting them. If after waiting you still haven't received your payment, the best step is to contact the SSA directly through their official phone number or website. Be cautious of scammers who try to take advantage during these times. Remember, the SSA will never call you asking for your full Social Security number, bank details, or demand payment to release your benefits. Always verify any communication independently. Another key point to keep in mind is that changes to your payment schedule don't happen in isolation. If the SSA requires updated documentation from you, like proof of income, residency, or disability status, they will notify you well in advance. Promptly responding to these requests helps avoid any delays or interruptions in your benefits. For those who still receive paper checks instead of direct deposits, the new schedule means planning ahead to account for postal delivery times. Mail delivery can be unpredictable, especially during winter months or peak mailing seasons. If possible, consider switching to direct deposit for faster, safer, and more reliable payments. This schedule update also ties into the broader picture of Social Security's ongoing efforts to modernize its services. The SSA has been working to increase digital access, reduce paperwork, and improve fraud prevention measures, which ultimately helps protect your benefits and speeds up payment processing. If you've found this video helpful so far, please consider liking it. Your support helps more seniors and beneficiaries find accurate, calming information about important Social Security updates. It also encourages the channel to continue sharing trustworthy news each month. As we move through 2026, it's important to stay proactive about your Social Security benefits. Regularly checking your account, responding to notices, and keeping your contact and banking information current will ensure your payments continue without interruption. These small steps give you control and reduce the chance of surprise delays. One question we often get is about cost of living adjustments or COLAs, especially in years when payment schedules change. For 2026, the SSA has announced a COLA increase, which means your monthly benefit amount will be slightly higher starting in January. This increase is separate from the payment date changes and should appear automatically in your deposit or check. It's a helpful boost that keeps up with inflation, helping your benefits maintain their purchasing power. Another point worth mentioning is how the payment schedule can affect your budgeting. Knowing your payment will arrive on a specific Wednesday rather than a different day of the week helps you plan bill payments, grocery shopping, and other expenses with more confidence. You can avoid overdraft fees or missed payments by syncing your schedule with the official SSA dates. For seniors and individuals on disability benefits who may rely on support from family members or authorized representatives, this new schedule is an opportunity to communicate clearly about when funds will arrive. Caregivers and representatives can help monitor accounts and respond to any notices promptly. Throughout this video, if you have questions or experiences about Social Security payment schedules, please leave a comment below. Sharing your story can help others feel less anxious and more informed. We're building a community here that supports each other through these updates. Looking forward, keep an eye on official SSA announcements throughout the year. Payment schedules can be updated or adjusted based on federal holidays or administrative changes, but the agency always communicates these well in advance. Now that we've covered the core changes in the Social Security payment schedule starting January 10th, let's take a moment to discuss what you can do to stay ahead and protect your benefits every month. First, keep your personal information up to date with the SSA. This might seem simple, but it's incredibly important. If you move, change banks, or update your contact details, failing to notify the SSA promptly could lead to delays in your payments or missed notices. Many payment issues happen because of outdated information in SSA records. You can update your information easily by logging into your My Social Security account or calling the SSA directly. Making sure your information is current is one of the best ways to avoid surprises. Next, consider setting up or continuing to use direct deposit if you haven't already. Paper checks are still an option, but they come with risks like mail delays, lost checks, or theft. Direct deposit is faster, more secure, and more reliable, especially when the payment schedule changes. Most banks will post your payment early in the morning on the payment date, giving you quicker access to your funds. If you ever notice a delay or you didn't get your payment on the scheduled day, don't panic. Banks sometimes take extra time to process deposits, and holidays or weekends can cause small delays. The SSA recommends waiting at least 3 business days after the scheduled payment before contacting them. If after that period your payment still hasn't arrived, then it's time to reach out to SSA directly through official channels. Another critical point to remember is how to handle any communication from the SSA. If they request updated documents or information, respond as soon as possible to prevent any holdups. Ignoring notices or delaying responses can cause unnecessary payment delays. Always read your mail carefully and keep an eye on your online My Social Security account for messages. And please be cautious with phone calls or emails you receive claiming to be from Social Security. Scams are on the rise, especially when payment schedules change or during tax season. The SSA will never call you to ask for your full Social Security number, bank details, or demand payment to release your benefits. If you get a suspicious call or message, hang up and report it to the SSA's Office of the Inspector General. Let's talk briefly about budgeting with this new payment schedule. Knowing your benefits will arrive on specific Wednesdays can help you plan bill payments, grocery shopping, and other expenses more effectively. If you're worried about managing money between payments, consider reaching out to local community services or financial counselors who specialize in helping seniors and individuals on disability benefits. They can offer guidance tailored to your needs. For those caring for seniors or disabled individuals, this update is an excellent opportunity to review the payment schedule with the people you support. Understanding when funds arrive allows for better planning and peace of mind for everyone involved. Looking ahead, it's also a good idea to subscribe to trusted Social Security update channels or sign up for email alerts directly from the SSA. Official announcements are made in advance, and staying informed helps you avoid confusion or last-minute surprises. Finally, it's worth emphasizing that Social Security is a dependable program designed to provide steady income throughout your retirement or disability period. Changes like these are part of ongoing efforts to improve service and reliability, not a warning sign or cause for alarm. If you've made it this far, thank you for your attention. I know these topics can be complex and sometimes stressful, but being informed is your strongest defense. Please take a moment to like this video if it helped clarify the new payment schedule for you. It supports this channel's mission to bring clear, trustworthy Social Security updates to seniors and beneficiaries just like you. Feel free to leave a comment below sharing your experiences or any questions you might have. Your input helps build a community where we all learn and support one another. Remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you won't miss future videos covering important Social Security updates, benefit changes, and tips to protect your financial well-being. Your benefits are there to support you. Knowing exactly when your payments arrive helps you stay in control, plan your month with confidence, and reduce stress. Thank you again for watching. Stay safe, stay informed, and we'll see you in the next update.